You pick the side, I just hope you gon' stand on it.
Welcome back to the Stand On It podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Khalil Chapman. You already know this is a space where it's no gimmicks, no BS, no clickbait around sports. Just real talk at the highest and most quality level we can provide it. Want to shout out our viewers, but also want to shout out Rajay and Matt for holding it down as a co-host and as a guest in the space while I was supporting my family, man. I want to encourage everybody and remind everybody to pour into your family, pour love into the folks that pour love into you. Because we really only got one life, man. So you want to take care of it and take care of the folks who do the same. I'm gonna pass it to my boy.
Hey man, shout out, Matt and Rajay. I appreciate y'all, and it's good to have you back, bro. I'm glad that we could keep doing the pod, man. But y'all can call me Moneyline Tay B today, man. Yesterday I smacked for a nice little 5-team parlay. So yeah, that's my name for today. But go ahead, brother, talk to him.
There you go. We at some point we're gonna have to bring a nice little Moneyline Tay segment to the space. I know we ain't gonna give all the game away for free. They might have to join the Discord. The Discord in order to get that. But we'll plug the Discord at the end. But yeah, shout out to bro for smacking I saw the parlay. It was pretty crazy.
I appreciate that.
Right on. Week 7 in the NFL, man. A crazy week across the league. You already know we're going to start with our home teams. A great week for me, not necessarily a great week for bro and the Raiders. But man, want to start with the Niners, man. I like what I see from Kyle Shanahan first and foremost. Robert Saleh is I'm going to tell you, he's a mastermind. I get on this pod every time we talk about the Niners, and I tell you how much of a great coach he is. Tatum Bethune, the young cats on that defense holding it down. What did you see from that Sunday night game, knowing they've faced a Falcons team with some weapons? They were a little motivated. I saw some online shit, but what'd you think about that Sunday night game?
I'm actually not surprised. They were my pick last week when we did the predictions with Matt. I thought Atlanta was still kind of feeling themselves from winning that game against Buffalo in the fashion they did, and I felt like they were kind of sluggish. They didn't come out with the intensity I thought they were, because it was a nip and tuck game at first. It was like 3-0 in the first quarter, so it was like a defensive game for a little bit, and then Christian McCaffrey had one of his best games so far, like rushing wise. He's been having great games, like receiving and rushing, but this game, like he was running the ball well, and having George Kittle back as being that tight end that not only catches the ball, even though he didn't have any catches, but being a blocking tight end and a running tight end or run blocking tight end, that was real key because it showed a stat when George Kittle is not on the field. That game, they were only averaging 2 yards a carry, and then when he was on the field, they were averaging about like 5 yards per carry. So I think having Kittle back was very important. And Mac Jones has been doing his thing. He's been making sure that he haven't been turning the ball over as much like he did against Tampa. So I think that was real good for you guys. And Robert Saleh might get another head coaching job already, but I know you don't want that to happen.
Please don't go. And I don't know if he wants to go. But I'll say one thing about the Niners offense. Passing the ball at a high rate, I feel like Mac Jones, he'll cough it up. Sometimes it's his fault. Sometimes it isn't. But I'm like being able to stretch the ball down the field with confidence, being able to place the ball. I see with some young quarterbacks across the league, like they may be scoring at a high clip, but there are some misses late in games. And we just haven't seen that with Mac Jones in these 4 wins. And him being able to stand in, deliver, take hits, and then find Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had like 31 touches last night. And it looked like at some point in the second half, well, for the bulk of the whole game, he was the entirety of the offense. That's not necessarily a great thing. But if you're scheming that up, they were like, yo, this is the Christian McCaffrey game. If you're scheming that up and your offensive line can hold, you can get extra help from your wide receivers blocking down the field. Your tight end is an all-pro pass catcher and run blocker. Like, I just feel like that's a success. And no matter how it looks, however pretty, we're not dropping 44 on folks, but we're going in there, we can beat you down. And if we say we're about to hand the ball off or find Christian McCaffrey wherever he's at, and we do it no matter what happens, to me, those are forceful victories. And it doesn't matter who we're playing, unless you can sling the ball down the field and get touchdowns in 5 minutes. We're gonna beat you down. It felt good to watch. Like it felt like an imposition of their will. And
Great
that
bounce
the
back
Niners,
win.
yeah, that was a great bounce back win. It was like the spirit of Fred was on the field with us.
Yeah, for sure. And one last thing I want to say, shout out Robert Saleh with not having your two best defenders and you still making it shake and still finding ways to create pressure
Bryce
and get
Huff.
takeaways and all of that. That's real important.
Yeah, man. Bryce Huff, they were like, oh, the Eagles weren't using him the right way. I mean, it's just, it happens when guys play out of their position. It happens when you don't give guys the like level of freedom to just go eat. And Robert Saleh is like, yo, get out there and play like a
Yeah.
dog off the leash. And you saw
He
you
had
saw
a
that
he
cat
had a
balling.
he had a nice strip sack on Penix too, coming off the
Yeah.
edge, and Penix didn't see him and they got the ball back. So that was a good play by him.
Yeah. Malik Mustafa, first game back. I'll tell you,
That's the dude that Mahomes ran over. Remember when you was trying to be like, who is that? I was like, yeah, him, Malik Mustafa. Now I remember his name. There we go. There we go.
You're funny. You're funny.
There we go.
I would put my house on it that would not ever happen again in that young dude's career getting hit by Mahomes like that. But
Yeah.
he plays violently, man. I think you just saw it. Like they were trying to kill people on the field.
Nah, for sure.
And I don't know, as a fan, that makes me smile. Switching gears, we used to say to the other side of the bay, but now it's
It
to
still is. It still
Las
is.
Vegas. Now it's to Las
still
Vegas.
is. Still is. In spirit.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
You forced me to do this game, bro. I didn't want to do this game. This wasn't even go. We wasn't even going to talk about this.
Well, we
But
did
it's all
place a
right.
bet.
Yeah, yes. I might as well just see your $100 now. This shit is terrible. But nah, yeah, we got spanked 31-0. As you know, last episode I said I was picking the Chiefs, even though it hurt me to say
Yeah.
that. But Rashee Rice first game back, he scored a touchdown. I think he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
31-0, that wasn't a great game. Geno only having 67 passing yards is fucking ridiculous. And yeah, I just think we didn't come out with no energy. Then after Max Crosby got hurt and didn't come back in, he's like our emotional leader. And yeah, man, we just couldn't get nothing going. I know we were out Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, but still putting on 0 points, that's a shame. And Geno got to do some reevaluating for himself because it was so much talk, including somebody I'm doing a podcast with about how great he is. And he's looking like arguably the worst quarterback in the NFL right now. So you got to get it together because I could see him moving off from him, or I don't know. It's looking bad. It's real like not 1-5, 2-5 is terrible. So that's my takeaways from the games. Mahomes looking like Mahomes right now, with 3 touchdown passes, and the Chiefs is still gonna be in there. I know they started off slow, but they're gonna be in it when it's time for the playoffs for sure. What about you?
Brother, I can't lie. It does not feel good. Like it doesn't feel good watching the Raiders lose. Like I'm not the biggest Raider fan. When I was a kid, I used to go to a bunch of Raider games. But yeah, I don't enjoy watching them lose. And it doesn't feel good to watch a team on the field like look like they don't want to play.
Yeah.
It was probably like close to the end of the second quarter when that happened, and I'm like, yo, it's a whole game left to play. And these cats look like they look ready to go home.
For
I just want
sure.
to defend myself like real quick, and I'm gonna do what I never like. I don't like doing this, and I think I may have to like chop parts of this screen. So when we edit, we might have to edit in a way. But I'm about to defend myself because I've been getting some hate, and I just wanna show you why I said what I said. Now look at this. This is a confident ball thrower. Like when you attack the field on the boundary of the field, 25 yards down, like there's a level of confidence that you're playing with. When I watch Geno now, it looks like he's seeing ghosts. Like let's go down a little further. That's a confident ball. Like I'm slinging it confidence, right? So when I said at the beginning of the year that I felt good about what you guys had, like this is what I meant. Somebody who plays with like cojones, a level of like, you need that. Like you want to win, you think you're gonna win, and every pass, every run you make, like you put some life into it.
Yeah.
Boy, when I look at when I look at Geno on y'all team, man, it looked like he ain't got no life. And he had him mic'd up. I think Max Crosby had him mic'd up or something, and Geno just kept apologizing. And I was like, that's not the mindset of a quarterback actually has to be the opposite. If you have a mindset to where like, man, every play might be a bad play or you might be messing up, then you're going to trip over your own feet because you ain't looking to where the win's at. You know what I'm saying? But if you like, oh man, every play is a win, then you go making throws like this one. Watch. This is every throw is a win throw right there. So I definitely understand the hate on my comment, but him coming to the Raiders with Pete Carroll to me felt like, oh man, like he's about to get out there and just like play carefree football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pressure, no expectation football. In Seattle, we saw that. It didn't always translate to wins, but they put up numbers and the offense moved down the field. So I was under the assumption, oh, you have Genty, you have. Now, I didn't know your offensive line was going to look as bad as it looks. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to like provide a little bit of like backup. Not to say he's looked good this year, because I'm not showing you any Geno footage from this year. It's not about to happen. But from his time in Seattle, there was a level of like, yo, this quarterback got to a place where he's chucking it 45 yards down the field with the confidence that it's going to get caught and that somebody's going to go score. And you see him pump faking, you see him take the hitch, move off the first read, move to the second read, move to the third read, and get sacked with the Raiders because he don't even got the confidence to let the ball go. I don't know if that's on him or on the receiver, but the psyche of a quarterback, like a lot of it depends on like, what experience you're having on the field. And if you're always losing, if there's no good outcomes, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're gonna see I mean, he may get benched before the season's over. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if we're going to see this Geno again.
Hey, man.
I just wanted to – we'll forget. We use recency bias, and we forget, like, there were games this dude tossed 345 yards.
Did he do that with us? Is he doing that with us?
For the first game of the season.
For
the first game of the season, he gave you something, right?
All y'all Raider fans that watch this pod, blame this man. He's the reason why everything is going bad. Saying this comment – look what you did. Look what you did, bro.
Hey, well,
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
If I were them, I would send Geno his 2024 highlights. It might inspire some different football. You know what I'm saying? It might.
He need to take his ass back to Seattle.
Well, I bet y'all would have rather had Sam Darnold, huh?
No, I wanted Shador. We'll get on that later.
We will. All right, we got a couple games from week 7 to touch on. That is enough from the hometown team. Want to bring up the first game that I feel like some of these quarterbacks I was wrong about, right? And not that like wrong in their abilities. These are cats who can throw the ball down the field for sure, but in their ability to win games, game-winning drives, things like that, get leads, sustain leads. Dude, Drake May for the Patriots. I'm thinking that Bills win looks amazing on their resume right now because they have some wins against some teams who aren't great. Yeah. But you're able to, I mean, first half, you're kind of struggling a little bit to the Titans, and you're able to turn it around. And like, this dude is throwing darts. Like, he's throwing darts, man. So I do have to say, like, I was a little bit wrong on like the beginning of the year, just thinking he wasn't going to be able to lead this team to a successful season, 10-win, 11-win season. At this point, we have yet to see him play like a couple of other really, really strong defenses. But that Bills win, this Titans win, that's got a good defensive line. I'm like, they're building, and I was wrong. I might have been hating a little bit. So any thoughts on the Patriots-Titans game before we keep it pushing?
Drake May is in very good consideration right now to be an MVP candidate for sure. I had the Patriots just missing the playoffs when we did our predictions. I had them being the second team in that division, the second place team. But yeah, man, he's been doing great on the deep balls. Like the deep ball he threw to Kayshon Boutte for the touchdown. That was a nice throw, and Kayshon Boutte ran a great route and caught it over
underrated wide receiver, by the way.
Yeah, caught it over L'Jarius Sneed. That was a good touchdown right there. The defense has been playing well too, man. Yeah. They spent a lot of money on free agency for their defense, whether it was Carlton Davis, Harold Landry, Milton Williams from the Eagles, and then you got Christian Gonzalez, their first round draft pick,
Who can
being a
still ball?
lockdown corner. Yeah, and when he's healthy, he's a top 5 corner in my opinion. So I think they just having a good defense, and whenever you're able to get pressure on the quarterback, they're susceptible to getting turnovers. So
Yeah.
Cam Ward had a turnover because of the pressure that he was getting from the D line. So I like the Patriots, man. They got their schedule is real favorable. I think they play Cleveland next. So
Yeah. They got some 2-win, 3-win teams
yeah,
on that
exactly.
schedule right now.
But yeah, Cam, I want to say this one thing because
Yeah.
I talked to my brother, and both of my brothers, and I told them I was like, Cam Ward is the first pick of the draft, and he gets no coverage. Like people talk about Shador and Jackson Dart more than Cam Ward, and Cam Ward was the first pick of the draft. That's really unheard of, bro. Like he just been able to skate by without nobody really talking about him. So yeah.
So, I mean, should people be like, should it be positive? Should it be
No,
negative?
I'm
Or
just
we just
saying.
don't talk
No,
about him at all?
I'm saying like last year, like a couple years ago, Bryce Young. No, I would say last year, Caleb Williams got a lot of hate and a lot of flack for how
Yeah.
his play was, right? Like we ain't really seeing that. Usually, when your number one pick is a lot of expectations and a lot of people want instant gratification, and I believe that people haven't really been talking about Cam Ward because everybody's been focused on Shador, Jackson Dart been playing out of his mind, and people been
Scattered
talking
both.
about and then people been talking about Dylan Gabriel too. So like
Yeah.
Cam Ward is really honestly like the fourth quarterback we talk about that's a rookie, bro. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying to be
I
a
mean,
first round pick.
these other young quarterbacks who are maybe just a year removed from the draft or didn't
Yeah,
play last year for real, and they're getting their play time or their shine this year. I mean, they look good. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The Titans aren't necessarily a great team. I'm not gonna sit and say like he has great weapons around him. Before the
yeah.
season, I thought he may have enough to do something with. Now they've been
Hmm.
dropping the ball. Like there's been a whole
Yeah,
lot going on over there in Tennessee, right? And I think maybe other folks might have thought they would be a little bit better than they are. That offensive line is terrible. They got a good D line, but they get scored on a lot. Like you throw the deep ball on Tennessee, like me and you could throw the deep ball on Tennessee right now. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I think, yeah, I don't want to undermine. He can toss it. Like
Yeah,
it's gonna take a minute for him to like learn how to play winning football as an NFL quarterback. That to me was like the one critique on him isn't his ability to stand in and take a hit and throw the ball down the field or like toss
yeah,
it and lead a drive. It's really the small things like protection of the football, identifying coverages. Like there are small things that he's not good at this moment. He's turned the ball over in every single game, right? That I'm like, he's just gonna have to mature. And I think he's kind of in that Bryce Young situation where the talent is there, but there are some things that unless this gets fixed or he kind of evolves in these ways, they're gonna be bad. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
think I don't know if you could see it. I think the writing was on the wall for that. Optimistically, you want them to like do well and be scrappy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think anybody thought they were gonna be like a really good team. You know what I'm saying? A seriously good team.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. Let's jump to one of my favorite teams of the season, the Colts. The Colts and the Chargers. I thought this game
Mm.
was going to be a little bit closer than it was. It was a little close, but it just felt like, man, once the Colts get going, it really ain't nothing you can do. Talk to me about this team, man.
Yeah, so that was going into last week on the predictions episode. I said that that was a game I was looking forward to watching because it could help actually make for the seeding wise because they were 5-2 and the Chargers was 4-2, so tiebreakers and all that good stuff. But I just want to shout out the Colts, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, their defense. I'm sorry, man, I was wrong. I had them finishing last, and I was definitely wrong. Daniel Jones, that game, he made every key throw that he needed
Yeah.
to make. They went for it on fourth down so many times, and they converted. And Daniel Jones was making throw after throw, even using his legs. And I believe that he's in a great system. Shane Steichen, right now, if the season will end, he will be coach of the year. Jonathan Taylor is playing like the offensive player of the year right now.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in rushing, had 3 touchdowns yesterday. And man, he's doing his thing, bro. And they might have an offensive rookie of the year. I know Abuka might not play today and he might be out for a little bit. So if another person that could win Rookie of the Year for the offensively wise would be Tyler Warren. Every time you watch him play, he's making clutch catches, or he's scoring, or he's getting run after a catch. I just think, man, they're really good in the playoffs, and I think
Yeah.
they proved themselves today, because a lot of people or yesterday people were saying, oh, they haven't really played anybody, blah blah blah, but. Chargers are a good team. They beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
They
okay.
were 4-2, and man, they did their thing, bro. So shout
Yeah.
out the Colts, and I think they're legit right now.
I mean, they don't play in a fluke way. Like, I think the one thing people are hoping is that Daniel Jones like somehow just doesn't play well.
Yeah.
I don't I don't see it. Like they scheme this. So they start the game with three straight passes and a run, and it's a touchdown. Like they're
Hmm.
immediately down the field for a touchdown. This is not in no way is this a fluke. The offensive line is great. Like they set the edge, like they get up the field, they work up, they running people over, pancaking everybody on the second level. Like the running back play is amazing. And then the coaching. I think the one thing that I saw this game, I was like, it just feels easy for them to get good yards. That means that like the plays you're calling are just like they're firing it up in the offensive coordinator room. Um, it doesn't feel like a fluke. I had them in like I had them in dead last place in this division. Literally, I thought the Titans were probably going to get one or two more wins than them. I think I didn't believe in Daniel Jones. This is what I'm saying. Like I was wrong, and I think sometimes we label teams or quarterbacks bad, or they're like they can't play or this or that, and they get in a situation with a coach with the offensive line, and they look really really good. Dude, Daniel Jones
Yeah.
is he's throwing dimes, man. I feel like I'm saying this about the quarterbacks who are winning games is that they can toss the ball, man. Like you at the end of the day, you have to have somebody who can really throw it and feel like you can call any play on the offense so that you can call any play. You
Yeah.
gotta look at their first sequence, man. It's three plays and they're down the field scoring a touchdown. And it felt like they were just running their first three on the call sheet. The rest of the game felt like, oh, we're just gonna throw a dart at the call sheet and whatever play comes, we're gonna draw it up. You got Tyler Warren
Yep.
like running across the field. You're running like a fake chip block with Michael Pittman. He gets out and you toss it over. I'm like, you're just doing things. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This team is scoring in every single way, and I don't really see a team in the NFL now that is just gonna like handle them. Like I think them, the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a game against the Niners, you know what I'm saying, would be one of the toughest matchups. But like nobody's just gonna handle the Colts. They're not built in a way where it feels fluky. And they
Yeah.
have like every from skills, offense, defense, special teams. They just feel complete. And if Daniel Jones shows up, then they're just gonna win. They're just gonna win games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Shout out to the Colts, man. Definitely the surprise team in the league right now.
Well, we'll push it over to your game, the Eagles and Vikings. Now, I picked Saquon with my fourth pick. Probably shouldn't have did that in my fantasy draft, but talk to me about those Eagles, man.
Man, this was by far one of Jalen Hurts' best games as an Eagle or ever in his career. His first 300 passing yard game since 2023. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith went off. AJ Brown having two touchdowns, Devontae Smith having a touchdown of his own. They both went over 100 yards. Usually, when both of them go over 100 yards together, they're 12-0. So they did their thing. Playing against Carson Wentz, a former Eagle. I know it was some revenge on his mind, especially them letting them go. That was their starter before Jalen Hurts was their starter. He was backing up Carson Wentz. The Philly defense got after him a little bit, made him throw two interceptions. And yeah, they were in the game. It was a good game though, bro. And that 3rd and 10 play with a deep shot to AJ Brown to seal the game, that was one of Jalen Hurts' best throws that he threw the whole game.
Yeah.
And so hopefully they could keep doing that more. I feel like they got to lean into that more. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown is arguably the best wide receiver duo. If it's not them, it's Jamar and T. Higgins. But you
Yeah.
gotta give the ball to them. A.J. Brown is a difference maker. And I know on TikTok, a lot of Eagles fans has been getting on me because I said this is going to be his last year. But hey, man,
AJ
we
Brown?
gotta wait and see. They was cooking me in the comments, but I'm like, we'll see. Eagles fans is ruthless, so that's all right. But yeah, bro. I
You
just
give some
think
thought. You can give some thought to that. It might be. It might be shit.
well what I said on the video was that AJ Brown was like he said he wanted his stats, and
Yeah.
if Jalen Hurts is not going to be throwing the ball as much, I feel like he got his ring already, and that he could go to somewhere a young quarterback, get his stats. He got his
Yeah.
ring. He's
Exactly.
trying to make the Hall of Fame. So I believe that's why I think he's going to be going. But yeah, bro, that was a good game for me. And yeah, I've shout out to the Eagles. They were one of the people that won me some money yesterday. So shout out
There you
them.
go. There you go. Part of that money line play.
Yep.
Man, no, shout out to Vontae Smith, man. I think that's an underrated wide receiver in the league. Cat who's super talented out of college,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah, to watch cats like that. I mean, I guess AJ Brown may feel like that sometimes. Like he's super raw and doesn't get all the targets. I mean, I don't know how
Yep.
you feel like that. You got a Heisman winner on your team, right next to you,
Yeah.
who's not getting a bunch of targets either. So it's good to see him have big weeks.
Yep.
And he just, yeah, I don't know if there's rumors about him being frustrated, but it seems like
No,
he's
it is. You ain't never seen a
well.
motherfucker bring a book on the sideline and read it. That's frustration
Oh,
right there.
Devontae did that?
No, AJ Brown
Oh
did
no, I was
that.
talking about Devontae.
Oh yeah, nah.
No, well, I
Nah,
don't.
Devontae is a mellow guy, and he's
Yeah,
not gonna
no,
really do a
it,
bunch of outbursts. But he wants the ball too, for sure. He a
of
receiver.
course
They
he
want the
does.
ball.
Of course he
Yeah.
does. But that's what I'm saying. It's good to see him have a big day.
Yep.
And yeah, Eagles moved to 5-2. Not my favorite team, but we'll see what they continue to do. Last game we'll talk about. Obviously, we got to touch on it. The 5-2 Broncos. I didn't see
hmm
this coming. Obviously, they can ball. The first three
hmm
quarters of that game, though, I was like, it's a wrap. Like,
Right.
no, I'm not paying attention to it at all. Game's off. Like, even on red zone, I'm like, I'm not watching that box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk to me about this 33-point fourth quarter, man. Bo Nix just turns into what, Peyton Manning in the in the fourth quarter? What is this?
Well, the Giants, there's a lot of back and forth with the Giants players and the Broncos players on Twitter about
Right.
they have made a comment, Jonathan Cooper, about Jackson Dart. So it was already a lot of beef or whatever going on. But the Giants punched them in the mouth. They was up 19-0. They were making a lot of clutch plays.
Yeah.
Scatterbo on the play that Jackson Dart just dumped it off to him. He scored easily, bounced off somebody, juked him, scored. And then, yeah, man, Jackson Dart has been playing out his mind, like I said, bro. And that Denver defense is not a bad defense. Like, their secondary is great. They got the leading sack leader, Nick Benito, at the time. He's not no
Yeah.
more, but he was. So they were going to get some good defense, and they were doing their thing. And I thought they were going to win that game when I was watching it. But because I actually had the Broncos winning on the predictions, but when I was watching the game, I was like, this game is over with. And then
Yeah.
for the Broncos to score 33 points in the one quarter, sometimes you don't even do that shit on Madden. So shout out to them. And the kicker that for the Giants, he shouldn't even be on the plane with them no more. They should have left his ass in
Now, hold
Denver.
on. Stop.
Hold on.
Pause. You can't. I'm not. And I'm a person who does this, but there are some games that Jake Moody has like lost the Niners in the past, where like
Yeah.
other shit happened in the game that probably shouldn't happen.
Bro. Nah.
I
They
don't. I
had
don't.
one.
You
They
can't. You
got
can't
one
blame.
job,
You
bro.
cannot blame, dude. They scored 33 points on you. You
Brother,
gonna
he
blame that
missed
on the
two.
kicker?
Brother, he missed two extra points, bro. He missed two extra points. And I told him I was watching it.
Can you
I was
answer
watching
me
it.
this? Answer me
Go
this
ahead.
though, right? Regardless of the missed extra points, say they made the extra point. Screw that. Say you fully got all the points you needed to, right?
Yeah.
And so when you got to that point, you were down. What they were down 4, so they couldn't do a field goal to tie, right? Like it was 26-30. Like they're down.
No, they would have.
The,
If they
the
would,
game
if he
that
would
you
have made
play, the game that you play then is fundamentally different if you're the team who's losing the lead,
yeah,
right? So like they're going for touchdowns, but they're still thinking about how far they are away from the field goal they need to win the game. The team that's scoring 33 points, dog, is not thinking about that. They're punching touchdowns on your ass while you're thinking about that. So cool, say they get what they need. Denver walked the game off on a field goal.
Yeah, if they would have won, if he
Brother,
would have
what
made the
I'm
extra
telling you,
points.
what I'm
Go
telling you
ahead.
is if they just decided to go for a touchdown, who says they weren't going to get it?
They wasn't going to be able to score no touchdown. They only had 26 seconds
Listen to what I'm
with
saying.
no timeouts.
Listen to what
they
I'm
wasn't
saying.
finna score a touchdown.
Listen to what I'm saying. You're telling me that, and this team just scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
They didn't have any timeouts. You
I'm
play
not-
the game totally different
I'm not,
when
but
you
listen,
don't
listen.
have no timeouts.
I'm not making a proposition that is like a viable outcome. What I'm saying is to blame the kicker is to remove all responsibility from the defense who just gave up 1 billion points.
Bro, I'm not saying
they
that
didn't give up. It wasn't a
blame.
It wasn't a
I don't say
7-point
defense
game.
is not blameless, but the kicker
He could have made both those not even field goals. He could have made both those extra points, and they still could have lost. Is my point. You're saying, oh, when it got down to that time, you're saying they played the game differently. I'm saying they played the game differently for the last 4.5 minutes of the game. They played the game differently for the last 4. Go ahead.
I got a question for you. So, if you're an offense, they needed to get a field goal, right? They needed to get a field goal if you would have made the extra point.
What? Okay.
They needed to get a field goal, right?
Correct.
To tie the game.
Correct.
If Burr would have made the field goal, right?
Correct.
The extra point. So if you were in a mentality of, okay, shoot, we got 30 seconds left. We need to get a field goal or get these X amount of yards to have a chance at a field goal to tie the game up. They didn't think that he was going to miss the extra point. They thought he was going to make it and then he was going to try to go down there and get a tie. They were never thinking about scoring a touchdown.
No.
So
you're exactly right. You are so right. You're right. I'm not refuting that. That's what happened in the game. Right. That's what happened in the game. Okay. What I'm saying is go back to the first missed extra point.
Mm-hmm.
You're at like 4 minutes. It's 26 or no. You're at like what 3:30 or something. 3 minutes. It was 26:30. You're playing. The rest of the game is then played out differently, right? Versus you make those 2 extra points. The other team who just scored on you 6-7 times.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to score a touchdown again. What I'm telling you is the time would have been different. Like the circumstance that you're playing in is different because now you have to score a touchdown. And all I'm saying is that if I have to score a touchdown instead of getting a field goal, and yes, it may be hard to do that with no touch. But if I just scored 33 points on you in 12 minutes, nobody does that. So I'm not saying that's what teams should do. I'm saying we're going to blame the kicker when the defense just let them score 1 billion points. And if it came down to it and the kicker made the points, who says the defense wasn't going to let them score the last touchdown? They let them score 6 touchdowns to come back from 19-0.
I keep telling you they wasn't going to score a touchdown in 26 seconds, bro.
No. You're right. You're right. What I'm saying is the reason why it's not the kicker's fault. You know why? Because they would have never had to blame the kicker if Jackson Dart would have converted on 3rd down when he airmailed the guy 10 yards over. This is like young quarterback play, right? Or if he never threw the ball directly at the linebacker. And I get it. He's scrambling. He's stepping up in the pocket, gets hit on the feet, lets the ball go, tries to lead, but he's falling forward. So the ball goes directly in the linebacker's hands, right? Okay. Take the sack. So if your quarterback doesn't do these 2 things, which one flips the field for you in complete favor, right? Or 2, just gives you the ball. I'm like, oh, then at the end of the game, we blame the kicker because the point situation. It's like, nah, the kicker wasn't playing the game, man. The kicker don't have no fault. And I'm not like removing all fault, but you get scored on 33 points in the 4th quarter. We're gonna look at the kicker.
I'm with you.
We're up in the 4th quarter. We're up in the 4th quarter, and we can't convert on 3rd down, and we throw the ball away. I had Jake Moody on my team. It was times where Brock Purdy threw some interceptions in games. Jake Moody might have missed. I'm like, we threw 2 interceptions. What are we doing?
Yeah.
That's why we lost. But it's like, what I'm also saying is like in any situation where a team does something astronomical, like score 33 points on a team in the 4th quarter, there is nothing that makes me believe that they wasn't going to score another touchdown if they needed to because they did it already 6 times in 10 minutes.
No, I'm with you on that.
But I say that to say I'm impressed. I'm a fan of my boy and in Denver, man. Though those boys can ball.
Yeah,
Those boys can ball.
5-2.
And they winning your division. Thursday night football. Who you got winning this week? We got Minnesota and the Chargers kicking off week 8. What you got?
I'm gonna go Minnesota. They both coming off of losses, but I think they got this a must win for Minnesota. They can't go be 3-4, so I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm taking the Chargers only because I think they're going to bounce back. And I feel like it might be a matchup nightmare. Like this is a really good offensive line. If they can simulate some run game and push the ball down the field, I think it'll be hard for Minnesota to put up that many points on them. I do like what they're doing with Wentz. I hear some reports of yeah, like what they're designing on their offense to kind of cater him a little bit more. But yeah, they're gonna have to put it together. I feel like the Chargers, this might be one of them weeks they put up 30, 40 points.
Okay.
Monday night games, and I didn't mean to do Thursday night before Monday night. But man, we got Detroit and the Buccaneers.
Lions coming off a bad loss to the Chiefs. They've been complaining about the officiating, but they gotta let that shit go. It's a new week, so I'm gonna go with the Lions. And then, yeah, bro, I think they're gonna put up a lot of points. I can see this being a shootout, and I'm gonna go with the Lions. What about you?
I want to take the Buccaneers because I really like this team. I think Baker Mayfield is dope, but yeah, the Lions' run game might be a little bit too overwhelming. I think they control the ball for a long period of time, and when they don't, they score quickly. Um, yeah, I'd like to see Tampa Bay win. I feel like it'd be somewhat of an upset, but I think the Detroit will take this by 7.
Okay.
We got Houston and Seattle. I pray this is where the season turns around for for the Houston Texans. Um, I don't know if it's going to happen though. This Seattle offense looks really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
They'll figure out this run game. I feel like there's some arrogance, some personality, locker room things possibly going on behind the scenes with
Mm-hmm.
Charbonnet, Walker, and whoever their running back coach is. But yeah, they can score in bunches. And for a Houston team that hasn't been able to find the end zone consistently every week at a high rate, and I think we have a high regard for CJ, but there's still some areas where he needs to grow. So I got Seattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle. I think their front seven could get after CJ Stroud and get a lot of sacks on them. Their offensive line is not the best. The Texans' offensive line, so I can see Mike McDonald getting after CJ Stroud, whether it's blitz and or not rushing with 4 or whatever. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I like Sam Darnold a lot. Like I think yeah, you start to see the tools of why he was drafted really high, why they regarded him really high. The player that he
Yep.
was in college, I think after a certain amount of time in the league, guys become veterans, get some experience under their belt, and they play more comfortable, a little bit more free. I mean that dude is out there balling, and they got Jackson Smith and Jake, but to me, who's a top 5 receiver in the league this year, hands down. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. An exciting Monday night slate. We will see y'all on Thursday night for that Minnesota and Chargers game. This is a wrap for our week 7 recap. Stand on the pod. We'll tap back in with y'all on week 8. Tay, let them know where to find us at. And I think we got some merch for the folks. Let them know where they can get that at too.
Yeah, man. You guys follow us on all our platforms. We on Instagram, we on TikTok, and we on X or Twitter, whatever. And yeah, man, we got some hoodies still available. If you guys want to purchase some, we have extra large, large, and medium size hoodies. Just hit either me or Khalil up, and we do that for you guys. We appreciate everybody that's supporting us in this, and we trying to keep reaching bigger audiences. So if you know somebody that knows somebody, let them know about this pod. And then I got my song of the day. My song of the day will be Nipsey Hussle, Rap Music with him and June Summers, a classic, an underrated Nipsey song a lot of people don't really know about. So shout out Nip and all of those people.
That's a banger. That's a banger. For me, song of the day, and you're good because I wasn't as prepared. I'll do. Oh, I got a good one. I'll do "Feel All Right" by Kamiko. We'll throw it back. "Feel All
Okay.
Right," Kamiko. Appreciate y'all.
Okay.
That's it for Week 7 recap. Catch us Week 8 for all NFL highlights, recap, and all things related to the season. Appreciate y'all. Stand on it, pod. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.
You pick the side, I just hope you gon' stand on it.